aka DFS Prodigy. We're here. We're talking about this DraftKings NBA March 23rd. Yeah. 8-game slate. Before we get like, subscribe. Helps me to tell y'all know we're going to try this once again. I'm trying to make sure we're getting the shared screen. So let me make sure that that you can see my screen. Game slate. Let me. I'm planning to get on my phone to make sure you can see it on my screen. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen for the DraftKings slate. So you should be able to. Okay, so this is. We'll try this one more time. Make sure that you can see my screen. Because again, I'm not doing this stream again. I've done it like 5 times, making sure I'm trying to do this right. That you can see my screen. Okay, yeah. So you should be able to see my screen. Okay. So this is the 8-game NBA slate. So we're gonna start it off. We're going team by team. There's lots of injuries to kind of go over. We got March Madness, like by the way, on top of the screen. So if you see me looking up, that's why I'm watching March Madness as well. So we got the 8-game slate though. Let's kick it off with Indiana at the Magic. So Indiana. On the Indiana side, we have lots of injuries to figure out. We have Siakam, we have Nimhard, we have Neesmith, and we have Toppin that are all questionable. What do we do with this team? My thing is, we're going to get to a lot of Walker if all these injuries pan out the way I think they are, which if they're out, Walker, Huff, McConnell will be your top 3 options on the Indiana team, even though this is a tough matchup. These will be the guys I really want to shoot for the stars for. McConnell would be too cheap at 4-3. Jay Huff would be too cheap at 5-5. Walker would be the focal point of this offense. I like that. Would we possibly get some Jalen Slauson? That's a possibility, but we could also look at Micah Potter only 4-2. So we could be getting to some of these guys on the Indiana side. On the Magic, you have Banchero, you have Bane, you have the Suggs as your top 3 options. Black and Wagner are both out. With Black being out, well, I'm going to look to some Jalen Suggs, actually. I do like that at 6'8". Wendell Carter Jr., I could use the Bane the jump 4 at 5'2". I still like that. Other than that, I'm not really getting to Banchero. I'm not really getting to Bane, though. My main options will be Suggs and Carter. Those will be the 2 options I really want to look at. Let's go to game 2. So Lakers at Detroit. On the Lakers side, you have Luka. 12-2. You're going to have to pay the price tag for him. You're going to have to like him. You have to because Luka Doncic. At 12-2, I do like that. LeBron James certainly didn't play at 9,000 as a pivot option from Luka. So if you don't want to go to Luka, if you think it's a down game, the pivot would be LeBron. But for me, it's mainly just Luka. Austin Reeves don't really go to 8-7. DeAndre Ayton at 5-7. The price tag is a little bit up. I don't really want to go to that. And then if Smart and Rui are both out, you're gonna have to get to the likes of either Lavravia or Kennard. Either one though, it's just not really a click I want to go to. On the Detroit side, Iowa's back, 68-69. Dang. So yeah, sorry. Again, I'm sidetracked on March Madness because the winner plays Nebraska, which will be a huge game. So anyways, Detroit. Kay Cunningham, Sasser, and Stewart are all 3 are out. For me, it's mainly just Tobias Harris and Duncan Robinson, maybe some Mahora as well. These other clicks like Jenkins and Thompson, I don't really want to go to. Jenkins is a little bit overpriced. I'm at 6,000. Do I really want to go to Karis LeVert as well? Possibly if he's going to play 20 minutes. I really do want to go to Horder though, and Ron Holland is going to be the player pool only 4-1. It's cheap. OKC and Philly on the OKC side, it's hard to justify what to do with this team because Jalen Williams is back at 8-1. Hasn't played since February 11th. So what do we do with Jalen Williams now? With SGA healthy and Chet healthy, I don't know what this minutes are going to be for Jalen Williams. That's the biggest thing. Is what are we doing with Jalen Williams? I don't really want to go to Jalen Williams. I don't really want to mess with this team personally. I'm kind of looking at this team and being like, they're going to blow out this Philly team and it's going to be bad either way. So let me get some Philly pieces instead. So Maxey, Embiid, George, and Oubre are all out. I really like BJ Edgecombe at 8.5. I do like Grimes at 8,000. I kind of really go to Edgecombe though if I had a pick. And then Payne I'd like at 4.8. And then the guy I really want to go to is Andre Drummond at 4.9. So let's go to San Antonio, Miami. So San Antonio, these guys are tough clicks. The only guys I really want to go to, if there's no Castle, if this is going to line right, if there's no Castle and there's no Vassell, I'm going to get the Champagne and Harper. Those will be the main two I really want to go to. I don't want to go to Wembanyama, though. I just don't want to pay that price tag, $11,000. So, Miami. This team, Powell, Hawkes, Wiggins are all questionable. I do like Bam at 9-2. I will say that. As a contrarian spend-up option, I do like that. Tyler Hero, I really don't want to go to 8-2. Where I don't really want to go to at 5-9. Maybe some Pele Larson, but again, it's super inconsistent for me. And the Davion, I don't mind that at 4.9. I think that's cheap at 4.9 for Davion. I will say that. Memphis and Atlanta. On the Memphis side, no Morant, no Coward, no Meshack. I continue to make the jump for no Ty Jerome. I don't want to pay Ty. I don't want to play Ty Jerome. I don't want to. I'm much rather go to G.G. Jackson or Javon Small. And then you have Hendricks or you have Prosper. I kind of rather go to Hendricks, but again, the ownership play would be Prosper because Hendricks is going to be the higher owned option. And then Wells, I'd much rather just go to Walter Clayton if I had to go to somebody down here. I really don't want to go to Wells. So let's go to Atlanta. The big news is Jalen Johnson is questionable. So if he's out, we're going to get to a lot of NAW. NAW will be the core play if there's no Jalen Johnson. Quote that right now. He'll be a core play. I love me some Kuminga. I love me some CJ McCollum as well. Dyson Daniels is way too inconsistent for me. I really don't want to go to that. And then I really don't want to go to Okongo either at 7-3. So that's kind of where I'm leaning. Let's go to Houston and Chicago. On the Houston side, this team is just not a team I really want to go to. I'm hoping that they all just bust against Chicago. I really hope. But because again, we're looking at Reed Shepard, who is a 60 or a 20. There's no in between, basically. It's 60 or 20. I don't want to play that game. I don't want to play the game between Kevin Durant or Sengun that are taken away from each other constantly. I don't. Maybe some Jabari Smith. Maybe. On Chicago. Josh Giddey, not 8. What are we doing, Josh Giddey? I kind of like it. I kind of like him. Buzelis and Trey Jones, you could interest me in some Trey Jones if there's no Simons or Ivy. But then we're going to have to go to likes of possibly Rob Dillingham at 4-2. So we just need to know the news on this team. We really need to know the news on this team. Toronto and Utah. Toronto on the Toronto side. So Scotty Barnes and the 8-2, I do like that. That's too cheap for Scotty Barnes. I do like his upside. Ingram and Barrett and Quigley, I don't really want to go to. And then Pirtle will be in the player pool at 6,000. I will say that. On the Utah side, we're going to have to get to some of Utah with no Markin and Collier or George still. So are we going to play the likes of EJ Harkless? Possibly. Or Bez? Possibly. So you're going to have to get to some of these guys. Conchair as well. 4-2 is cheap. So you're going to have to get to some of these guys. If I had to pick up here, though, between the Sensabaugh, Bailey, or Filipowski, I'm much rather just go to Ace Bailey. And then wrap this slate up in Golden State and Dallas. Golden State, Moody, Porzingis, and Melton are questionable. No Steph, no Horford. We're almost at the end of this game, by the way, the Florida and Iowa game. Pods, no thank you. Santos, no thank you at 6-3. Draymond Green, 5-5 is not a bad price tag. But again, what is his minutes going to be? How much does this go to the young guys like Will Richard? And then Dallas. Here we go. We're at the slate up. So Cooper Flag, I do like an 8-8. I think he's nice in the mid-range. Marshall, I'm much just go to PJ Washington over Marshall for me. I don't really want to play this game between Gafford or Bagley personally. And then maybe some Middleton at 4,000 is cheap, but still, what are his minutes going to be? They're like anywhere between 14 and 20 minutes. So, anyways. This is the DraftKings slate. So again, thank you all so much for tuning in. It's a great CMS and everybody.